In Consumer Corner, we take a look at trends creating a buzz online in China. On today's show, we will look at what Chinese internet users have to say about study abroad loans. Since the 1978 reform, more and more Chinese are choosing to study abroad. China's Ministry of Education's figures show that in 2013, more than 410,000 Chinese students studied abroad. The ministry further estimates that currently there are over 1 million Chinese students studying abroad. Studying abroad used to be considered only an option for China's wealthy, elite, and intellectual classes. But currently, many ordinary middle-class Chinese families are also considering study abroad options. HSBC reports on the value of education in China. They found that currently 85% of Chinese parents want to send their children to study abroad. This is well above the global average of 74%. But costs associated with studying abroad for most of these parents are expensive. XinhuaNet.com explains that currently studying in America for a year as a graduate student requires more than $50,000. And on top of this, many Chinese first get a diploma from a U.S. university, which can cost more than $160,000. In comparison, Forbes shows that middle-class Chinese families have an income between $10,000 to $60,000 per year. Thus, it is clear that most middle-class families cannot afford to send their children to study abroad using solely their household income. In fact, Anhua Daily found that almost 30% of students who study abroad will impose financial hardships on their family. However, the HSBC report shows that 85% of parents rely on their current income to support their children while abroad. Demand for funds has created a new finance service in the banking sector. Economic Daily provides some suggestions to parents who want to send their children to study abroad. The newspaper found that banks will usually provide loans of more than $160,000. The loan periods are between 6 to 10 years. But borrowing money from the bank to study abroad is not an easy task. Binhai News reports in Tianjin this year interest rates for study abroad loans increased to 8%. In comparison, interest rates for study abroad loans in 2008 were around 5.6%. High interest rates have also been reported by media in other places in China. Family finance experts believe that this rate is a reason that dissuades many from taking out loans to send their children abroad. But furthermore, the current status of Chinese students who finish their studies abroad has also caused concern. A report from the Chinese Academy of Social Science illustrates this. The report shows that more than two-thirds of Chinese educated overseas earn less than $10,000 a year. What is more astonishing is that more than 37% are earning less than $6,600 a year. This wage level is insignificant compared to the huge cost of studying abroad. Due to such issues, many question if studying abroad is worth the high cost. Many netizens think studying abroad is not worth it. One of them wrote, quote,
"There are many reasons why ordinary middle-class people shouldn't send their children abroad to study. One is the investment return is so low. Perhaps this is because now anyone can go to schools abroad. Many of these schools' graduates are not even recognized by companies in China. Why not just use this $160,000 to travel? That's much worthwhile."
Many other netizens don't think the accomplishment of studying abroad should be judged by wages alone. One of them wrote, quote,
"The true reason to study abroad is to learn more about the world, yourself, and life from a broad viewpoint. You will get a lot more out of the situation than simply knowledge itself. Using postgraduate wage levels as a standard is too narrow-minded. This is the wrong way to think about it."
One netizen made a comparatively neutral point on such issues and wrote, quote,
"If you consider studying abroad to be an investment, then it is not worth it. One reason has to do with the amount of money you spend at that time and what the same amount of money would be worth 10 years from now. Also, living costs are expensive for people from foreign countries. But as an experience, studying abroad is irreplaceable. Parents and kids should be aware of this before they decide to leave."
The President of the United States, Barack Obama, just agreed that student visas for Chinese students can be extended 5 years. Under this agreement, the ever-growing eagerness of China's youth to study other cultures is ever present. But before making the decision to study abroad, realities of high costs and unforeseeable benefits could make many of them rethink this decision. Still, as the Chinese economy continues to thrive, students will continue to leave China to seek both a better education and irreplaceable experiences.